Stephen Curry was once dared by Paul George to shoot from the logo, which cost him the game and made him a meme. When Kevin Porter Jr. attempted to stare down Steph Curry, the latter eventually dropped 40 on him. Since that episode, I haven't really heard from Kevin Porter Jr. Steph will be exposed, Damian Lillard once predicted, but we all know how that turned out. The point is that almost everyone's comments about Steph or the Warriors have backfired. And despite being severely outmatched in the 2022 playoffs, the Memphis Grizzlies and John Morant are still working to fan the flame. The odd part is that they haven't even realized they are making a significant mistake yet. It all began on March 28, 2022, when the Warriors traveled to Memphis to play the Grizzlies. For this particular game, important players for both teams were absent. None of the Hall of Fame three will be wearing a Warriors uniform. Jackson Jr. was not even donning a suit for Memphis. This conflict involved alternate starters. Memphis and the role players won by a score of 125-95. Jared Jackson Jr. decided to write strength in numbers on Twitter shortly after the game, at 9:35 p.m. to be exact. I'm not sure what occurred to him, which obviously pokes fun at the Warriors' catchphrase. That was the first error. While Jackson Jr. was laughing elsewhere and the Grizzlies were celebrating, Klay Thompson noticed and clearly took it personally. When Klay and the Warriors had a chance to eliminate the Grizzlies in Game 6 of the Western Conference semifinals on March 13th, almost a month and a half later, let me show you what transpired and how it went down. With about 3 minutes left, the Warriors were up by 10 points, and after a missed shot by Curry, Klay is over here and Jared Jackson Jr. is over here. This was Memphis' last chance to go on a run and save their season. Finally, Klay's hand received the rebound, and would you look at that? Jackson Jr. attempted to block the shot while appearing to be completely out of breath. Ladies and gentlemen, that shot ended the Grizzlies' season-long hopes, and Jackson Jr. should now be looked up to. He probably won't sign into Twitter anytime soon. In my opinion, the Warriors won the championship, but Klay didn't forget what happened during the regular season. He went on air to say, "I can wait." After the Grizzlies defeated us in the regular season, one of their players tweeted strength in numbers, which really infuriated me. I'm very excited to retweet that. Then John Morant logged into his personal social media account, sat back, and received a ton of real estate. Draymond then joined the conversation and responded, "We traded the real estate in. The property value was higher in Boston." To the statement, we all believed that Green's statement would put an end to the back and forth on Twitter at that point. A fan suggested that the two teams play on Christmas Day in San Francisco, to which Morant responded, "Have the Christmas game in Memphis, because we are going to destroy them here. Some people don't just learn." Anyhow, Morant retorted, "I'm going to you, then tell me the book that I am on your block," to Draymond's comment that the champs play at home on Christmas. This is where the mistake was being made by Morant and the Grizzlies. Nowadays, time moves pretty quickly, and Christmas is literally right around the corner. At the same time, the Grizzlies lost key bench players during the offseason, which was a key factor in their success. Kyle Anderson exited unrestricted free agency for nothing, while D'Anthony Melton was exchanged for 35-year-old Danny Green, who just tore his left ACL and LCL. Even though losing these two wouldn't be awful or catastrophic, it would nevertheless weaken them. The development of the lottery picks from the previous year, on the other hand, can only help the Warriors get better, even if they also lost two crucial players. I'm talking about Wiseman, a 7-foot athletic running center. Jason Tatum predicted that Kuminga, a force of nature, will, quote, "be extremely good for a long time." Moses Moody, on whom everyone relies, is the next. I think, guys, that John Morant and the Grizzlies are traveling at top speed, and they're going to run into a wall. The absurd thing is that they keep putting fuel to the flames. I'm not joking, in case you thought I was. I mean, John Morant recently repeated the same remarks about getting a free ride on the Taylor Rooks show. Draymond, though, didn't let it go like usual when he learned of it. Speaking to the team that won a championship after they defeated you, and after they won a championship, he said on his podcast, is a totally new level of forgetfulness. It doesn't get much more ignorant than that, he continued. And I think for them, you're now going to be expected to do that. You will now be expected to win these games, which is harder when teams are pursuing you. As a result, I believe now they have the right to check, and while they may still be able to win, they will soon realize how much more difficult it is for them to do so. Since of the way they are speaking right now, they had better put an end to oblivion because they need to realize how important this time is. Well, even after hearing that from the Warriors' heart and soul, Morant and the Grizzlies didn't put down their Twitter fingers. Instead, they returned to the social media site, wrote something in large letters on the gym's chalkboard, and posted it online. The message reads, "Memphis are going to get the reality check by Draymond Green. I have a gut feeling that the Grizzlies are soon to be humbled and are following in the footsteps of the Phoenix Sun. They must win it all right now, otherwise they will become the laughingstock of the NBA, And the plain fact of the matter is that they are unlikely to succeed for a number of reasons. Here are the most recent Vegas odds showing which clubs have the best chances of taking home the NBA championship in 2023. The Celtics, Warriors, and Bucks are at the top and are driving the push. The Memphis Grizzlies are ranked number 10, after which, in my view, the following is a list of Western Conference teams who would completely destroy the Grizzlies in a best-of-7 series. They would be promptly eliminated by the Warriors and Cliffords with no resistance. If Jamal Murray and Michael Porter Jr. were healthy, the Nuggets would likely defeat them as well. The Dallas Mavericks, a young player on the rise, and Luka Doncic are the next two. Then from here, you have two things that are potentially on par with Memphis. Anthony Edwards and the Timberwolves both appear to be in fantastic shape. Now, when you visit Zion Williamson's return for the Pelicans. On the other hand, the Phoenix Suns would likely take a 2-0 or 3-2 series lead and squander it, as they frequently do. But aside from that, it appears that the Grizzlies face a significant uphill battle given that they have posted so much trash talking online. The reigning champions are only serving as a target for themselves and acting as the rod holder. They play hard and hustle during the regular season, which is how they were able to secure the second spot in the West. But during the playoffs, when every team ups their intensity, they get exposed, as we saw when the Timberwolves faced them in the first round. This is the second reason why they won't win it all. Anyway, Christmas is only a little over 4 months away, and I'm curious to hear what the Grizzlies will say when the Warriors destroy them. Perhaps John Moran will position himself such that someone touches his knee once more, sit down for a while, and then go on to Twitter to claim that someone has broken the code once more.